Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and all kids come here to attend this classroom for learning spoken English from this classroom activities. As a spoken English teacher, I have a proposition today, and the point of my proposition is that what is called freedom. Different people have a different analytical view on that. Even I myself also have a principal idea about it, as what I am going to elaborately explain in front of you. But before going to elaboration on that, I rather would like to give you a reminder about that certain date of 15th August 1947, when India was liberated from the power of colonialism. From that day till today, every year we celebrate this day in a different manners. We uptake our national flag, playing national anthems, and organize different functionality in different premises. I would like to give my salutation to those all freedom fighters who sacrificed their life for the sake of freedom. I also would like to give my salutation or honor to those all Indians who were oppressed, tortured, and brutally killed under the rule of colonialism. They lost everything. They lost their shelter, they lost their properties, and even their livelihood, livestock, etc., and were starved to death. Money and resources which was looted by the British government from here, and the Bengali word loot, which has come into dictionary because for their contribution. Human resources were also applied in battlefield for killing Indian peoples. In Second World War, Indian troops were sent to the battlefield and were massacred them. In spite of having their own shabby and tummy British soldiers, they were reserved as a stockpile and never used in the battlefield for killing. That is the character of colonialism. Even in the same time, in the similar situation, in Britain, people were also suffering by povertiness and unemployment. But India was there to resolve their crisis. They looted each and every resources, money from their hair, and fixed their own problem and leave our countrymen to die in starvations. That is the nature of colonialism. Even at the present moment of time, often we demand about the reparations for the loss as what was incurred by the Indian peoples at the time of rule of British government. But it is very difficult to give any exact quantification of that certain losses which was incurred by the people of India under the rule of colonialism. And it is also much difficult to give an exact quantification of that certain losses. The people who lost their shelters, people who were tortured, who were killed, that cannot be quantified. That loss cannot be quantified. But young Brits often decline or come with a denial modes that why we are going to give the reparation to Indian peoples for their suffering. It is true that today's modern generation young Brits are not responsible for that certain that's a torturing as what their predecessor did against Indian peoples. It is true, but they must have to atone it, take that certain responsibility that their predecessor had committed crime against Indian people, and for that reason till to this date that Indian peoples are suffering. But yet to take any kind of decision like this, and also world will also come to know about the nature of colonialism in this way. That may be the concern which prevent them to do so. Now, many people, even some Indian people, often says that British also had done a lot of things for us. They constructed road, bridge, and railway tracks. They also taught us English language. But I would like to clear this confusion from your mind. They did not do anything without their vested interest. They did not do anything for the Indian peoples. Only their motto, only it was did by their own purposes. Even if you are talking about the railway bridge or whatever I am telling, they looted money and resources from here and shifted those things through ship in their own land. And for felicitation of transportation system of our country, they constructed roads, bridge and railway tracks just because for their own purposes, to loot everything from here. And if you are talking about the education or English language, they did not want that Indian people should learn English language, should get education from their institution. Even they did not establish many institutions here too. Only there were limited or list of institutions which was established by them, and few Indian peoples were able to get a chance for study there. For the purpose of using them in East India Company for giving the service to the British government. That is the motto of the actual British colonialism or colonial power. Now question has maybe arise from your mind, then how can we able to develop this sense of learning English language today? There are also few Indian peoples who are so kind. They try to spread this language over the peoples, among the peoples of among the Indian peoples. That is why that it become possible. Actually, it can make a possibility for the people to learn English language from here, from their contribution. Raja Ram Mohan Rai is one of them, who established many institutions and allow Indian peoples to taught English language from there. That is how that we develop our own language skill in English today. Please come in. And they even did not establish any women's school, any girls' school here. They did not even erected any kind of hospitals, and for that reason, Indian people at the time of colonialism, at the time of colonial power, were died because of illness. They did not get a better treatment from there. That is the nature of colonialism. Now I would like to come a very relevant point which to discuss with you. That is that we are living in a liberated country. The question is here that are we really enjoying that certain freedom as what our predecessors were desired before the independence? I am telling you the truth, we are not. Because it is true that when power was shifted from the colonialism to the Indian peoples, there are few Indian peoples who are enjoying it. They established democracy. They also created fundamental rights. Okay, and all these things give Indian masses to that certain power to elect their own representative for forming their government of their own. But they cannot able to express their own opinion against any kind of decision making policy or in favor of any kind of decision making policy of the government of our country. So therefore, still Indian peoples are living, maximum Indian peoples are living under poverty lines. Still they haven't any proper shelter for living. Still they cannot able to afford 2 times meal in a day. Still they cannot able to get proper education from any proper infrastructure of institutions. Still they cannot able to get the proper medical treatment from any medical facilities, and therefore still they are dying. Still they cannot express their opinion against any kind of decision making policy of the government which goes against our Indian peoples. So what type of freedom are we enjoying it today? Now I would like to give a very explicit information related with the topics of freedom today. and that narrations may give you a particular idea about it, that what is called freedom. Freedom in the last analysis is not merely absence of restraint, but the opportunities for each to develop. And this recognition has been made only effective with the coming of democracy. There will be no complete freedom so long as there is starvation, lack of food, lack of clothes, lack of necessaries of life, lack of opportunities for growth, even a single human being, man, woman or child. Freedom is an indivisible word. If you want to enjoy it and fight for it, you have to extend it to everyone. Whether they are rich or poor, whether they agree with you or not. No matter what is the race of the color of their skin. Freedom implies not only release from political bondage, but also equal distribution of wealth and material resources. Abolition of caste, breeds and social inequities. Destruction of communalism and religious intolerance. Where mind is free without fear and head is held high. Where knowledge is free. Where the earth has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic war. Where words has come out from the depth of truth. Where tireless striving stretches its arms towards clear perfection. Where clear stream has not lost its way into the direction of dead away while mind is lead forward into thee. Into that freedom of my friends, let country away. There is enough power with you. If properly directed to accomplish almost an reasonable aim, to energize that power, you have to harness it up with faith. You will have to believe with this conviction that success is possible when you work for it intelligently and persistently. But till today, we are not looking that certain things happen in our country. But I am so hopeful that our ancient mother, I think that our ancient mother will awaken once more, sitting on a throne and rejuvenated and more glorious than ever. We must have to wait with a patience. Then I do believe that certain day will come when what our predecessors thought about in their own desires before the independence, that freedom really come in our own life today. Thank you very much indeed.